Hi, this is Nicholas Yock, a registered education and migration agent from Pathway to Oz. Today, I'm going to discuss some common options that are available to extend your working holiday visa in Australia. So we have done our best to try and keep it as simple as possible and only touch on a few of the different visa options. However, should you want a more detailed explanation, feel free to watch some of our other YouTube videos or look at our website, which will go through everything in a lot more detail. Okay guys, so obviously the easiest and simplest way to extend your working holiday visa is simply apply for the second or third working holiday visa. Don't complicate things. That's going to be the easiest and it's probably going to be the cheapest. Probably the most common visa that we're asked in regards to sort of extending their stay of a working holiday maker is the partner visa. So if you are currently in a de facto or spousal relationship with an Australian citizen or permanent resident, you might be eligible to apply for this partner visa. So more information on this will be found in the link below or one of our YouTube videos. But generally speaking, to be assessed as a family unit member, as a spouse or de facto partner of an Australian citizen, you must meet what's classified as the de facto requirement. So you must provide that you and your partner have a mutual commitment to the exclusion of all others. You are in a genuine and loving and continuing relationship, and that you live together or do not live separately on a permanent basis. So some of the requirements that immigration will consider when assessing your relationship is your financial requirements. So how much you have joint finances, do you live together, the social aspect of your relationship, and the couple's commitment to each other. To have your visa approved, you generally speaking must have demonstrated you've been in a de facto relationship for at least 12 months. And by registering your relationship in certain states, you may be able to waive this 12-month requirement. Once again, for more information, check out some of the other videos or look at our website. So the second or third pathway or visa option I think I want to touch on is being added, if you do have a partner, is being added to their student visa or their work visa. So you might be able to be added to your partner's work visa or student visa in Australia. To be able to do this, you once again must show that you meet what's called the de facto requirement. So you need to show that you live together, don't live in separate locations on a permanent basis, and those things that we discussed before. There's actually a really good YouTube video we have on that, so check that out. All right. So now we're going to get into some of the other work visa options which you might be eligible to apply for. Probably the most common one would be the TSS Work Visa or Employer Sponsored Visa. Now this is a subclass 482 visa. On this visa you can, if you do have a partner or children, you can include them as well. So some of the most common requirements for the TSS Employer Sponsored Visa are that you have a job offer from an employer, that your job or the occupation that you're being employed for is on the medium to long term or short term skilled occupation list. You must have the required education and qualifications for the role. You must have been employed for at least 2 years previously in the occupation, not with that employer, but just previously back home or wherever. And your employer must agree to sponsor or nominate your visa. There are also some English requirements if you're not a native English speaker. Now, to apply for the 482 visa, there's 3 different steps. So firstly, your employer must apply to be approved as a standard business sponsor. Secondly, they must nominate you for the application for the visa. And thirdly, you would then apply for your visa. Also on the sort of the work visa pathway is general skilled migration visas. Now these are the most common, these are the creme de la creme of work visas to Australia, simply put because they are permanent or they do lead to permanent residency, and you don't need a job offer to apply for general skilled migration visas. However, these visas do require you to be skilled in an occupation that is on what's called the medium to long term list. If your job isn't on this list, then it's quite difficult to apply for this visa. You'd need state nomination or regional nomination. You also must score at least 65 points on what's called a points test. Once again, there's a link in the bio below. The points test, measures things such as your age, your work experience, your education, and several other factors. For this visa as well, guys, you must be below 45 years of age. All right, so, if you're looking at all these different options and you can't really find anything that you fit, then studying in Australia could be, your only option. Australia has, hundreds of different courses you can choose from. And if you do study the right course in Australia, it may give you the opportunity to then look at different work visas in the future. On a student visa, you can actually include your de facto partner or children, and you are allowed to, generally speaking, work 40 hours per fortnight and unlimited in school holidays. Some different courses you can study include, obviously English courses, vocational courses like business, marketing, management, accounting, then all the different trade options, carpentry, joinery, engineering, fabrication, etc. Then you've got all the different university degrees and things like that. So feel free to contact Pathway to Oz if you are interested in studying in Australia. We're partnered with hundreds of different providers all over Oz, and our education and migration agents can definitely set you on the right path. If you do want a full overview of your, options, feel free to contact Pathway to Oz. You can contact us and we can chat, in person at the office, over the phone, over Skype, WhatsApp, whatever's convenient for you. Thank you.